to infinity and beyond.
Hey everyone, it's Roger and James here from the DisKingdom podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the latest event for Emoji Blitz, the Star Wars one, which I'm pretty much just going to pass straight over now to James, because I don't really play this game. I got stuck very, very early on and kind of dropped out, but I know you've been getting very frustrated with it.
Yeah, so I dropped the game too a while back. I didn't really have it on my phone. I picked it up as soon as they announced the Star Wars event, which has added BB-8, Finn, Rey, and Kylo Ren to the game. I got in just in time to play the Nightmare Before Christmas, which was a significantly better event than the Star Wars event was. So Rey, BB-8, and Finn were premium characters. You could only get them out of the diamond box or whatever, which costs 200 gems. Trying to accumulate gems in that game without paying money for them is a fool's errand. So basically premium characters. I didn't buy any of them. Should have, if I actually wanted to make any progress in this event. Not that I'm encouraging people to buy them, because this was a terrible event. Straight top to bottom. There were 35 levels. You had to get Kylo Ren's lightsaber, Rey's lightsaber, down to the bottom level of the emojis, and it would attack Kylo. And at the end of the level, based on how many you got, it would do damage to him. One lightsaber does 1 damage, and if you've got the premiums, then it's 2 damage, so double, which is why you need the premiums if you wanted to get anywhere. By the time I got to the 10th level out of 35, and you unlock Kylo at 20, I was ready to throw my phone just through the window, because you're getting like 1 or 2 lightsabers per round. Occasionally you'll get 5, 6, 7, maybe a bit more. And I needed like 30 or 40 just to progress to the next level. And so I went onto the Reddit. I looked up, how many am I going to need to get Kylo? Just if you add up all of them. It's like level 20 by itself needs 90 lightsabers. At an average of 1 or 2 lightsabers per game, that's 45 games of Emoji Blitz. And I was just like, no, that's not worth my time.
No.
I can't. It's such a terrible grind. And I'm sitting there like, how do you screw this up? It's Star Wars. This is your chance to get people playing this game who wouldn't have been playing Emoji Blitz, because Star Wars by itself will get people. It got me to reinstall it.
Yeah, I find this one's a little bit of an odd one, because they put it in the game, and it's a bit like they did this with Zum Zum. And there's always this kind of like weird thing of like the Disney fans are like, no, get rid of it. I don't want it coming in here. I don't like Star Wars. I'm Disney. Disney never brought any franchises before Star Wars or Marvel at all. Mary Poppins and Winnie the Pooh,
Avatar,
and everything. The thing is, for me, is a little bit like, I think Disney need to focus on. I do like the fact that if they're just going to do Disney Emoji Blitz, pick that as their choice match free to win game, and put all your efforts into one thing. Do lots of events, lots of characters, rather than having 150 different match free to win games. For me, I looked at it, and I got stuck at the very beginning of the game, where I had to get so many of these items that they were only dropping two per game, and then I needed 10 to move on. And but you only let me play 5 games, and I need to get. I'm not getting it, and it's like, no, adios.
See,
and that's the trouble.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like I realized actually during this event, Emoji Blitz, you've got to view it the same way that we were talking about Battlefront 2 earlier this week, which is, ignore the progression system, ignore the objectives that it says before you, and just play it as a straight match 3 to win game, and just have fun doing it that way. It's a fun little time killer. It actually works great at the Disney parks, because you can pull it out while you're in line for a ride, play a couple rounds. By the time you get to another ride, it's probably recharged. But doing it like this, where you have to binge and you have to focus on an objective and really grind it, completely destroys the appeal of the game, because it's just sitting there going, all right, swipe, 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 get grind, look for exploits to figure out how to get more hearts, because I was talking to a friend and she was like, oh, yeah, no, I just did this cheat thing where I tricked the game into thinking that I was jumping through time and it just gave me unlimited hearts. I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
And it's generally a bad sign when people are going, yeah, you need to cheat to make the game fun.
Yeah.
And I think that really answers all of it. So at the end of the day, I played the Star Wars event. I did not get Kylo Ren because I didn't get to level 20. I gave up at level 11, uninstalled the game, and I think that is probably the end of it for me, unless they come out with some super event of some sort. Even if they added the Marvel characters, I'd probably just be like, no, you burned me once on this. I'm not dealing with that.
I'll be honest. I think for me, the whole match free to win thing, I'm so bored of it. It's just that whole thing of just like, between the mobile zones, it's not new. You know, I had columns and I had Tetris on the Game Boy. I had columns on my Mega Drive. You know, it's that thing of this is not new for me, and there are so many different mobile games of all the same kind over the years of Puzzle Droids and Puzzle Quest and
Beauty and the Beast,
and Frozen Fever and all these things of. It's just, I mean, I like the artistic style, but I just didn't. I found the progression system to be very, very awkward. Just this didn't.
Yeah,
you know, you get to that ping of, you know, like, I mean, that whole Candy Crush thing of like people wanting to get on. For me, that game, it did have that frustration things, and I just stopped playing it. And unfortunately, I think Disney are really kind of, you know, they're gonna have to come up with different ways. You know, an event, you know, make the things achievable. You know, you've got to give a little bit to get a little bit. Did you manage to get Rey or BB-8?
Well, no, they were premium characters. You had to get them out of diamond boxes. I never got enough gems.
And then how long was the event? It was only, was it 2 weeks?
It was 2 weeks. It was plenty of time. And yes, if I'd gotten to level like 25 or something, I would have gotten a diamond box through that. But again,
but then it's risk.
Well,
you're not automatically getting it.
I don't know. The diamond box you would have gotten, and in the diamond box it was only BB-8, Finn, or Rey. Now I couldn't have picked which one I wanted, but I definitely would have gotten one of the Star Wars characters. So that's cool. But again, freaking level 25, I gave up at 11 because it was so bad, and it was and 11 was like I needed 45 or 50 lightsabers. I needed 90 to get to 20. There was no way I was grinding through that.
There's that line between make it too hard or make it event too long. I mean, I know playing Magic Kingdoms at the minute of trying to get the Queen, and we're in that same zone of, you know, is it going to be done in time? But we're going to be talking about that event next week. But yeah,
still on Atlas.
Yes, you've got no chance.
I've got no chance.
Yeah, having spent like 100 gems last night on trying to get Caterpillar upgraded so I could get on the challenge, because it literally was like, you haven't dropped a piece for 3 days. So that was anyway, we'll talk about that next week. But yeah, so Disney Emoji Blitz, Star Wars event, generally sounds like it was a little bit of a bust.
It was a bust, and like we talked about in the episode where we talked about Guardians of the Galaxy, I actually went to the Reddit. I went to a couple communities and was like, was this just me? Were my expectations wrong on this? And no, the community is rioting now. As much as
I did actually even see some tweets from the Disney Emoji team, and they don't talk a lot on their Facebook, but there's a little on their groups. But there are the things that we are looking into feedback. I think they might have realised that it's not work. Whatever they didn't work. But we'd love to know your thoughts on the event. If you were playing it, let us know in the comments below, or on social media, or even in our Diz Gaming group as well. As per usual, you can hit that subscribe button or like button or follow button on whichever video or audio platform you are watching or listening this on. As per usual, you can also check us out over at DisKingdom.com. James, where can they find you?
I'm at heroiclegacy.com.
And on that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you guys soon. Later.